If I could give women dating advice, it would be this. So, I'm a woman. I have been heartbroken a couple of times. I have had really bad experiences with people. I've been disappointed. I've been rejected. Just because I don't do my content where it's like I'm constantly complaining doesn't mean I don't understand those complaints. I actually understand why women go down that whole rabbit hole and that route of, those women that are always online talking about how guys are trash. I get it. I totally get it. Most people suck. And I can relate to a lot of what women complain about. By looking at my channel, you probably wouldn't be able to tell because I'm very solution oriented. And I truly believe that if you believe that everyone is terrible, guess what you're going to keep attracting into your life? Terrible people. And, a lot of times with us women, we come across a few bad apples. And I get it. I totally get it. Your ex might have been horrible. He might have honestly been a narcissist. But it comes to a point where you have to ask yourself the question, if your exes are so horrible, right? And you are truly the innocent victim, why are you compatible with someone that is horrible? Why are you compatible with a narcissist? What made you compatible with a narcissist? Honestly, if your ex was so crazy and unhinged, why were you compatible with a person like that? Because if you are truly a healthy, healed person, you're not going to be dating narcissists. Why were you compatible with the monster? These are questions that I asked myself that changed my life. And after I asked myself these questions, I stopped attracting monsters, narcissists, and all these types of buzzwords into my life. A healthy person would not date someone that is a monster. You can totally be the innocent one in the situation and your ex was super cruel to you. But why are you attracted to a person like that? And don't say that they switched up. I don't believe that humans switch up. I mean, even if you look at, let's say, narcissists, there's always warning signs in the beginning. There's always like this common theme with people that you can pick up on in the beginning. And so let's say that the guy was perfect in the beginning and he was too perfect. He was too good to be true. That should be a red flag to a healthy-minded woman. And so say if your ex was a narcissist and he love bombed you, a healthy person would have picked up that this is weird. This is odd. Why are they coming on so strong? Basically, my outlook on life is I'm all about solutions. I totally understand how yes, a lot of guys are horrible. But after you've realized a lot of guys are horrible, you do know that humans still need love, right? So then what are you going to do? So do you see why I don't even like to talk like that on my channel? Because it's just this ongoing echo chamber of no solutions. We get that there's evil people in this world. Everybody knows that. If you're a Christian, they acknowledge that in the Bible. Evil is not going anywhere, okay? There's going to be bad people on this earth. I just don't feel like it's a good solution to continuously focus on something that cannot change. You can't control that. You can't get rid of all of the evil people on earth. But you know what you can control? You can control yourself. You can't control the next person. You can't stop people from doing bad things, but you can control yourself and make sure that you don't come across these bad people anymore. And so I oftentimes get the critique like, well, why aren't you pointing the fingers at so-and-so? Because there's no solution in that. I can't control other people, but I can control myself as a woman. And once you get this through your noggin, watch your life change for the better. Okay, so that is why I do the content that I do. I'm a woman. I have 90% of women on my channel. I heavily relate to women. You reach a point in your life where you start to notice that it's you that's the common denominator. Everywhere you are, there you go. You're still there. You're still with yourself. You can't control what your ex did. That's done. But you can control your outlook for the future. And so that's why I said I'm a woman. I relate to a lot of the complaints you guys have, of course. But I just don't choose to have a mindset like that because there's no solutions in it. If you keep believing that everyone is terrible, if you keep speaking that over your life, you keep wearing that on you when you're on dates, you're already prejudging the man, you're already thinking he's horrible. Guess what you're going to keep attracting into your life? Horrible people, horrible men. Once I shifted my mindset and believed that there was a great guy out there waiting for me, that's exactly what I got. I don't care how many times you shove it down my throat that guys suck. Not the man that's for me. The man that's for me does not suck. And I truly believe that. And guess what I attracted into my life? But you have to truly believe it. You have to walk around. You have to wear that energy on you. A lot of times with women who internalize all of their bad experiences, you do know you wear that energy on you. You can't turn that off. You wear it on you. And sometimes in even worse scenarios, I've met men and women where it's like, you are so far gone in believing that the opposite gender is so horrible as a collective. When you finally do have someone that's good right in front of you, you pass up on the opportunity. You can't even recognize it anymore. You have completely distorted your brain, and you don't want to get like that. I understand how much hate can really take over you. Let's talk about Cynthia G. I was watching her videos. I didn't support it, but it was just like, wow, this lady is talking crazy. And I literally watched how her hatred for Black men, it took over her. She started saying the most disturbing things before YouTube got her off of here. Telling people to delete Black babies. Come on now. And see, that's what hatred does. I don't even like to entertain hatred because it really does take over you, and it turns you into this monster. And that's why you see some YouTubers where it's like, I know I posted my video on Lexus Exodus. She's another one that just hates Black men. When I did my video on her, some of her subscribers had came to my channel and they were like, oh my God, I don't even recognize her. Her subscribers came on my channel and said, when Lexus first started YouTube, she had this very sweet voice, and then now she turned into a monster, calling people mutts and stuff like that, and you can just hear the evilness in her voice. And so I'm smart, and I understand that content like that, where I'm constantly complaining and pointing fingers, it leads you down a ditch. I know a lot of people know a lot of YouTubers where hatred truly took over them and it turned them into someone who is unrecognizable. A lot of times with let's say the Black male hating channels, they're all baby mamas. And that's the thing. That's why I say I'm a woman. I get it. I would have so much resentment too if I had a baby by a man that is horrible. But sometimes those women, they come on here and they're leading you down a ditch. They're coming on here basically to vent and cry and complain. Like, I don't have baby daddies running all over the place. I'm showing you that I am very responsible for my own life. I don't have too many regrets. So whose mentality do you want to adopt? Do you want to adopt my mentality? There is beauty in taking responsibility for your own life as a woman. Women like myself have very little regrets in life. We get everything that we want in life because we've taken the power back. Part of being responsible and accountable, a lot of women think that that's a bad thing, that I'm not pointing fingers. No, it's a good thing. You want to know the lifestyle of women who point fingers at everyone else? Those are the types of women that usually have several baby daddies running around all over the place, because instead of taking ownership for their own life and being responsible for their own decisions, they play victim and they always find a man to blame their poor decisions on. But they're still stuck with the poor decisions because they don't realize that they are in control of their own life. So that's why I'm saying, if I were you, I would adopt the mentality of the woman who is not resentful, who's not angry online, who doesn't have too many regrets. I haven't made any huge mistakes in life that are permanent. The reason why it is that way is because of my mentality. I'm very responsible for my own life. So, for example, a woman that points the fingers is a type of woman, let's say if she slips up and gets pregnant, let's say by her sneaky link, right? She's the type of woman to say that the man trapped her and end up having a baby with a man that she doesn't want because she's not responsible for her own life. But a woman like me, no, I'm very accountable. I understand that if I do bedroom activities with people, it is up to me to get on birth control, to take power over my womb. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, women like me with my mentality, we have very little regrets in life. We take ownership of our own life. We're not pointing the fingers at everyone else. Women who constantly find everyone else to blame their problems on end up very bitter, very resentful. They end up with a lot of mistakes because they don't realize that you can only be in control of your own life. You are actually enabling poor behavior in your life when you normalize pointing the fingers at everyone else. So whose mentality do you want to adopt? Do you want to adopt my mentality, where I'm telling you to focus on yourself? Look in the mirror. You can't control your narcissistic ex. You cannot control the next person, but you can control yourself. You can't control black men, but you can control yourself.
Here is the problem that we're having. There are some women who do not want to hear the truth about the responsibilities of what they're playing and the roles in their life. And that's just the facts of life. You want to talk in circles all day long. You do not want to get to the root that you played a role in the reality that you're living right now. And because of this role that you played, you are still attracting a certain person or a certain type of person.
We do see and hear a lot of people that are dating that are just, they're so drained with the apps, with how people treat them, with expectations. What are some things on like the boys' end that you see and the girls' end that you see some patterns where it's like, ooh, I think we can improve on either end?
Yeah, no, I think for women, after, watching a couple of these episodes and actually, being there during these interactions, I feel like for women, we have a hard time taking accountability for things that we do wrong. Mm-hmm. So that's what I've been. Just my opinion, guys. Don't drag me.
No, but that's what you've seen.
That's what I've seen. Yeah, because like a lot of guys would like ask some type of question like, oh, like, why are you single or whatever it may be, and they're like, I'm not answering that. Why would I answer that? Like, or I guess another question someone asked was like, oh, what did you do wrong in your last relationship and what did he do wrong? Both things they say is something he did wrong. So it's like the self-reflection is like not quite there yet. Yeah.
Oh, BM, what about you?
So I'm playing these clips because I noticed that this is a common complaint amongst the dating industry, especially with like matchmaking coaches. When you work with women, even for me, even for my YouTube channel, they love all of my content. Not until I'm doing conversations where I'm holding the ladies accountable. They hate that on my channel. And I noticed this common theme on everyone's channel and just in general. Women do not like to look in the mirror and ask themselves, okay, how did we get here? If you did have a bad relationship where you were victimized, how did you end up here? We're not asking that question to make fun of you. We are asking that question because all grown adults should self-reflect after things go wrong. That is how you grow and make improvements in your life. If you want to be that type of chick that can't stop dating horrible men, never ask yourself questions after things go wrong. Completely play the victim, blame all your problems on everyone else. How did we get here? I think that's a better question, because it is some cases where, yes, sometimes the partner you're dating might 100% be horrible, okay? And then you were like truly victimized. Maybe they were like a serial cheater or whatever. Okay, why were you attracted to somebody this terrible? Because I feel like there are good men out there. You have to do the work and ask these questions. So that's why I say I'm a woman, because I kind of understand why women tend to just blame all their problems on everyone else. Because yeah, there is a such thing as victims. There's victims, but when you're grown, you can't be a victim anymore. It's certain steps that you took to end up in these predicaments. Period, point blank. And I say this out of love. I'm not saying this to beat you down with a baseball bat. Okay? I'm just telling you what works. What does not work, from what I've noticed, is blaming all of your bad decisions on everyone else. Women like that continue to make bad decisions for the rest of their life. Those are the types of women that run around with 5 baby daddies, 3 baby daddies. Because they don't own up to their own decisions. They're always finding someone else to blame things on, and it's because it's easier that way. If you are single and you don't have those tough, hard conversations with yourself in the mirror, you're making your life harder in the long run. It's better to have hard conversations now, and so that way you can rest in the long run rather than escaping accountability, and you're making your life harder in the long run. Be really honest with yourself. A great start off question you can ask yourself for self-evaluation? I know you have your list of standards and he has to be 6 foot tall and X, Y, and Z, but ask yourself, would a man want to date you and why? Seriously, be real with yourself and ask yourself that. I asked myself that question. I said, why would I be a catch for a guy? And I started evaluating myself. You have to be your type's type. This question is going to change your dating life tremendously. Okay? Don't end up like those women that can't stop making the same mistake. All she ever knows is terrible guys. There's good guys out there. You have to deprogram your mind, unbrainwash your mind. So if you are single and dating, you're literally dating, okay? You're gonna come across a few bad dates. Keep it pushing. You don't have to get online and just holler about how guys are horrible. There are a lot of horrible people out there, but guess what? You only need one man. Out of all the horrible people, you're not here to date everyone, right? You're here to date one person. So adopt the mentality that I have, where it's like, listen, I don't care how many horrible men there are out there. My man is going to be a great man. I truly believe that with every inch in me. You couldn't tell me otherwise. And that's exactly what I attracted into my life. I wasn't going for anything less. So don't let things distract you. Keep it pushing. Keep persevering. Okay, so what? Your ex, he was a narcissist. Keep it pushing. Focus on yourself. You went on a bad date. Cool. Keep it pushing. How did we get here? Ask yourself that question. How did we get on this bad date? How did I end up here? How did I end up in a horrible relationship with my narcissistic ex? That's a question you can ask yourself, because I get it. Sometimes as women, we truly are the victims in situations sometimes, right? And so we don't feel like we need to self-reflect. No, you still should self-reflect, because you should ask yourself, how did I end up dating such a horrible monster? And I use that as an example because, once again, that's why I say I'm a woman. I get it. I've been the nice girl that has been in a few bad situations. But I was determined to find solutions from my life. I'm not coming on YouTube to vent. I have nothing to vent about. I'm happy. I don't have, children with a father that I hate and regret and who's a loser. And I use that example because a lot of my audience is Black, and you're listening to these channels where they're literally just bitter. They're full of hatred, full of resentment. So I don't care what people call me. I'm not here to conform to what's popular and groupthink. I'm here to literally give you my game card. I have the life that I want. I'm truly happy in life, as you can tell, because I don't come on here complaining and pointing fingers. No. When you blame other people, you allow them to control your life. When you blame yourself, you allow you to control your life. Blaming yourself allows you to have the life that you desire. That's my game card. That's my mindset. Taking responsibility for your own love life will have you having your dream love life. So yeah, overall, what I am saying, it's not going to sound fair. So I'm fully aware that sometimes my channel is not fair, but at the end of the day, I won't tell you something that does not produce good results. Okay, and I'm all about results. I'm not about fairness. I'm not interested in controlling the whole entire world and controlling other people. I'm interested in controlling my own life. I am a minimalist. And I am also a person that has a concept of reality, and I understand humans, like I said, need love. That is a need. They did a study where they had two groups of people. One of the group, they took food away. The other group, they took love and attention away. Guess which group came out the most unhealthiest? The group that they took the love away from came out more unhealthy than the group that didn't have food. I have done so much research behind this. Of course, I talked about like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Love is up there. At the end of the day, after all of that frustration, love is a need. That's not something that you can just completely abandon. And the people that do that, their mental health is suffering greatly. I am talking about the people that have done this prolonged, like long term. You've been by yourself and alone for decades. That's not healthy. There is nothing healthy about that. I mean, this is literally, you can take it either way. If you believe in science, it's studies in science that show that this is not healthy. If you believe in the Bible, it also is in the Bible. Whatever you believe in, the common denominator is being alone for a prolonged amount of time is not healthy whatsoever. I think that being single temporarily is fine if you are doing things like adopting the mindset that I gave you in this video and stuff like that. It's okay to take time off to yourself, fixing yourself, working on yourself, going to therapy, healing certain traumas that you have. That's fine. But I'm just saying, I'm a realist. That's the thing. People want my channel to sound good. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I'm blunt girly. I'm not sound good girly. And the truth is, humans need love. Period. I'm realistic and I'm focusing on solutions. And I just feel like sometimes people may think my channel is not fair. That's fine. This isn't fair girly. It's blunt girly. My channel is real. I won't lie to you in a video. I will speak my truth, and the truth is not always going to be presented how you want it to be presented. It's not always going to be fair, but the truth is helpful. And that is the purpose of this video and my channel, is to help you. So to wrap this video up, I'm going to repeat this one last time, and I want you to always remember, if you are single and looking for your man or your husband, guess what? You only need one husband. So it's okay if you come across a few bad apples. Keep it pushing. It's not the end of the world. Good thing you don't have to date the whole world. You only need to date one man. That's it. And I'm pretty sure if you have done the work on yourself, out of billions of people on this earth, I think that there is at least one great guy for you. Okay? I don't think that that's too much to ask. So yeah, remember, you only need one guy. That's something that I would always repeat to myself when I was single. And if you still don't think that this video is all dandy and fair, well, guess what? The world is not fair. If it were up to me, I would make the world fair. You know, a lot of women understand that, like, you know, when I do my weight loss videos, they understand that we can't change society and make society not fat phobic. But women don't apply that to any other part of their life. You just stop there. And then you have a problem with all of my other content. No, that same logic applies to everything else. Life is not fair. I pretty much go by the rules. Like, you know, there's evil men and there's evil women. I can't control that. I'm not God. And so I think the root of a lot of women is they're controlling. They're trying to control the system. Evil people are not going anywhere, but you can control yourself. That's the only thing you have control over is yourself. You can't control my YouTube channel. You can't police what I talk about on my channel. Yeah, if you notice, I use this logic with pretty much all of my videos. I don't try to change anything. I look at things and I'm like, okay, this is how it is. Bet. Cool. And then I live my life that in a way that will produce the best results. So, okay, if I see that society treats bigger people worse, why would I attempt to change what's always been a thing where if you're big, you get shamed more in society? I'm just going to go ahead and make life easier for me and stay slim. Well, apply that same logic in your dating life. You can't stop narcissists. Okay, that's one that women always complain about. A narcissist is a narcissist. It's literally a lifelong brain disorder. Say if I did every video complaining about narcissistic men, where is this going to get me? Narcissistic men or women, whatever, are not going anywhere. So do you see the logic that I have? I would rather just work around it and do my best to avoid these people and focus on the good people instead of trying to change someone with a personality disorder. Do you see my logic? I apply that logic with every part of my life. All you can do is try your best to find the best partner for you. Not the most perfect partner, but the best partner for you. That's my logic with everything. I go by the rules. I am not a radical feminist that is interested in becoming a warrior and changing things that are just not going to change. Okay? Been there, done that. It's just a waste. There's still people who are psychopaths, there's still sociopaths. Do your best to keep yourself safe and avoid these people, just like what your parents taught you. When you were a kid, right? Your parents did not teach you to go up to strange people and try to control them and fix them. No, your parents taught you to avoid these people. They taught you procedures to avoid the people and go to the good people. That's exactly the same tone of this video and my message on my channel in general. So I'm just explaining myself more because I noticed that sometimes I can be very misunderstood. That's why I had to remind you guys, like, listen, I'm a woman. I've experienced different fonts and genres that a woman can be. And I used to be a teenager. And if teenage me were to hear this message, I would not digest it at all. Okay? And it's funny because I actually don't have that many teenagers on my channel. Yeah, because I know the mentality of teenagers. You can't tell them this video. They're totally interested in controlling the world because they're so young and naive. They don't realize you're kind of wasting your time. Society feels the way society feels, and I'm going to navigate around it and just focus on the best results that I can give myself. That is my mindset. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start reading nice emails in my video. And I'm just gonna read a little portion of this. She said, "Hi, I love your YouTube videos. The honesty that you give is very appreciated and it's kind of sisterly, like an older sister teaching the younger ones to not make stupid mistakes. You tend to say what I've been thinking, and I just want to thank you for being so bold despite certain losers attacking you." Yeah, I'm constantly like posting on my community tab, like people talking mess. It's all good though, because like it's emails like this that keep me going. And honestly, the love really does override, the few people that are not so nice to me. So thank you. I love when you guys email me. Like, it just really does keep me going. So thank you so much. All right. Also, if you do email me, I am the most absent-minded person. Like, I'll see all the emails and I'll like respond to it in my head, but then forget to actually respond. So please do not take it personal. Don't get your feelings hurt. But all right, bye girlies.